Hey everyone, privacy policies are something we often scroll past without a second thought, but they are more important than we realize. A privacy policy is like a promise a company makes to you about how they will collect, use, and protect your personal data. Think of it like this: if you give your friend your diary to read, wouldn't you want to know if they are going to read it privately, share it with others, or worse, post it online? The purpose of a privacy policy is to be transparent. It tells users what kind of personal data the company collects, like your name, email, or even your shopping habits. It explains how this data will be used, whether to send promotions or just to manage your account. It also tells you who the company shares this data with, such as third-party vendors, and how your data is protected. But here's the million-dollar question. Is it mandatory for companies to have a privacy policy? In Singapore, the answer is yes. Companies must have a privacy policy if they're collecting personal data. The key law governing privacy policies in Singapore is the Personal Data Protection Act, or PDPA, which was introduced in 2012 to ensure that companies handle personal data responsibly. Under the PDPA, businesses are required to appoint a data protection officer who is responsible for ensuring the company follows data protection rules. Companies must also obtain consent before collecting personal data and inform individuals about why their data is being collected and how it will be used. Additionally, businesses must implement reasonable security measures to protect personal data from unauthorized access or leaks. One of the ways companies fulfill these obligations is through a privacy policy. It's not optional, it's a legal requirement. If a company doesn't comply, they could face serious penalties. The Personal Data Protection Commission, or PDPC, has the power to impose fines of up to 1 million Singapore dollars for breaches. That's enough to make any business sit up straight. To make this more relatable, let's look at 3 everyday scenarios that show how privacy policies affect our lives. Imagine you're shopping on a new website and they ask you for your name, address, and credit card information. Before you buy, you notice a pop-up about their privacy policy. It turns out they also want to share your information with third-party advertisers. Thanks to the privacy policy, you are informed and can decide whether to proceed. Without that policy, you might unknowingly sign away your data. Next, consider a popular fitness app that collects data on your workouts, but they secretly sell users' location data to advertisers. When this was exposed, users were furious. Why? Because the app's privacy policy didn't mention this kind of data sharing. Under Singapore's PDPA, that's a violation and the company faced a hefty fine. Or let's say that you signed up for one newsletter but suddenly started receiving emails from 10 different companies. That's likely a breach of the PDPA if the privacy policy didn't mention data sharing. A privacy policy should explain who your data is shared with and how you can opt out. So what's the takeaway here? For consumers, privacy policies give you control over your personal data. Don't just scroll past them. Take a moment to see how your information is being used. For business owners, having a solid privacy policy isn't just about avoiding fines. It builds trust. In a world where data breaches make headlines, showing your customers that you care about their privacy can set you apart. And let's be honest, with everything being online today, data is gold. But as the saying goes, with great power comes great responsibility. Companies have a duty to protect the data they collect. I hope this breakdown helped you understand the importance of privacy policies and how they work in Singapore. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.